He's accused of shaking down St. Louis residents for money. It all starts with a letter threatening criminal charges and even arrest. Tonight, investigative reporter Chris Nagus unmasked the man behind a questionable debt collection company. And it turns out the man behind it might look familiar to you News 4 viewers.
Who is? Who is?
The man you're about to meet is camera shy.
Mr. Scott.
Once he sees me, it's off to the races.
Why are you here today?
And despite his attempts to conceal his identity,
well, it's hard to see with your shirt over your head.
We know exactly who he is.
I'm going to bring the policeman, and you going to jail.
Cynthia Terry of St. Louis says he's been threatening her since August.
And I'm like, oh, my God, I've been crying. I'm like, this is too much stress on me.
Terry got this letter from Chaz, Dirk, and Lee, LLC. In bold print, it was formal notice and things like first-degree robbery charges, an immediate address arrest, and we can only assume you are guilty as charged. The sender claims Terry cashed a counterfeit or fraudulent check issued by the state of Missouri.
He says criminal damages for stolen, fraud, forgery.
I ain't even stole, I ain't fraudulent, because the check was in my name.
Terry is baffled by the correspondence from the company's so-called Midwest Regional Theft Division that appears to be from a prosecutor listing defendants and plaintiffs along with stealing statutes. But at the end, the letter says you can avoid criminal prosecution. In Terry's case, that means paying $452.50, which is weird because the supposed bad check was only $290.
Do you think people are giving him money?
I don't think he's doing this for free.
Rob Swearingen is an attorney with Legal Services of Eastern Missouri. He's been receiving complaints about Chaz, Dirk, and Lee for years. And so have I.
It says I could be arrested for a felony theft. He called my grandma, threatened her with arrest, said that she could also be arrested for hiding a felon.
These in-writing threats dating back to 2013 appear to be clear violations of the law. For starters, debt collectors cannot imply non-payment of any debt will result in arrest or imprisonment.
Is he breaking the law?
He's violating a number of laws. He's violating the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, but he's also impersonating a prosecutor. He's impersonating law enforcement. He is breaking laws.
In 2014, a North County woman showed me the letters she received.
Good to see you today. How are you?
All right.
We were at her home when the man behind the mailers showed up at her front door.
And what's your name?
Anthony James.
And that's your real name?
That's my name.
Can we see your identification?
No need to.
Chaz, Dirk, Lee & Associates, tell me what that is.
It's a collection agency.
It's not registered with the state of Missouri.
It's a new company.
Well, it isn't new anymore, and we still couldn't find any company registered in Missouri under Chaz, Dirk, and Lee. Fast forward to 2017, the man behind it is using a new fake name.
Steve Scott, can I help you?
He's not Steve Scott, and he's not Anthony James. And when the door to Cynthia Terry's apartment opened, he knew that we knew his real identity.
Mr. Scott. Oh, it's Mr. Lang. Randall, could we talk to you about these mailers?
Hey.
It's been several years. These things are still going out.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
Don't go where? You're sending these things out. If you're a legitimate company, why can't we talk to you?
Randall Lang tried to dodge us, but after walking down 5 flights of stairs...
Why are you here today? You know this is a violation of federal policy.
Then back up a couple of flights and down some long hallways.
If you're looking for the exit...
Yes, sir. Getting lost.
Well, it's a big building.
We had plenty of time to ask Lang questions, and at one point it felt like we were making some progress.
Why do you phrase it the way that you do? Why not just call somebody and ask them about your debt?
That's true.
It's a shakedown. He's a rogue debt collector who's been operating for more than 5 years, and he is victimizing the weakest, most vulnerable, and most unsophisticated people in our community.
Does he say you're going to be arrested?
Yes, he told me, I'm going to bring the policeman and have me thrown in jail.
What do you think of that?
I was scared. I've been crying.
I mean, this is kind of silly at this point. Randall, one last chance. Anything you can say about this? Anything at all? Well, it's hard to see with your shirt over your head. So, we want to know, has this man been to your home? Have you sent him money? Rob Swearingen says he will bring this to the attention of prosecutors. Now, if anything happens, I'll let you know. because this man is working in our community. Chris Nagus, News 4.